Hello, how's everybody doing today? I'm going to teach you how to string 10 diamond lacrosse mesh on a lacrosse head. The final product today is going to look something like this. I'll teach you how to do the top string first and go along the side wall, and you got the bottom, and then I'll teach you how to do one shooters, two shooters, and then you can take it over from there. But this is what the final product will look like. So getting started, a few items that you're going to need. Obviously you're going to need a lacrosse head, some mesh, some string for the top wall, two side walls, bottom string, shoelace for the shooting strings, maybe some extra nylon for a shooting string. I know a lot of players like using that. Everything you use is all personal preference. My favorite lacrosse head is the old STX Proton Power, but that's all personal preference. Getting started, you want to loosen up your mesh. The looser it is, the easier it's string, and the better the pocket's going to be able to be built towards the end and after you're stringing and that. Loosen it up, pull it apart. A lot of people like rubbing it together, getting the glue off from the factory. Getting started, you want to come down here at the top and fold down over so that you have 10 diamonds across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Taking that, the side you flipped over, so here, this was going to be the back now, you're going to put to the back of the lacrosse head. And when I talk about the back of the lacrosse head, I'm saying the back end where the ball cannot go in. The ball comes from the front right here, and this is the back end. So getting started, you're going to want to take your top wall. You're going to take it through your first diamond, pull it through. You're going to want to then wrap around and go through that first hole again, making sure that string's nice and tight against that sidewall. Then coming through that hole through the front, you're ready to start going across. So that first knot will look something like that in there. Alright, getting started now. You're going to want to line up two diamonds, splitting that one first hole. You're going to go through the back end of that hole, around the front, through the left side, if you're looking at the back, through that hole, to give you something like that. So I came in, I went through here, went through the front, and I came around. Starting then, you're going to want to go through that second hole, creating a little loop there, pull it through, going through the front end of that hole you came through in the head, pull through, and then pull the string down into that hole, creating a nice tight little loop and knot right there. So it's going to look exactly like that. You're going to want to take it like that all the way across the lacrosse head. So as you're going across, make sure that your top wall is nice and sturdy up there. You want the lace to pull that string and the mesh real nice and tight, making sure there's no lip and whatnot off your lacrosse head and that. The finished product is going to look something like that. As you can see, I started over here, I went in, came in through, came in around, made that little loop there. Did the same thing 4 times for each hole. If you have more than just 4 holes, you go every other hole, or making sure there's an even amount of number. And then I came back through again here at the end, making that double loop through there. through that first hole. That's what it looks like from the front. So now getting started on a sidewall. Doesn't really matter what string you use. I usually use the same kind of lace I use for the top wall. Just some sidewall mesh. You can get a spool pretty much anywhere, any lacrosse store that I know of. Getting started, you're going to start one hole down from here. Take it through. And coming from the front, you're going to pull it through that front, pulling that lace nice and tight along there. Going through the side of your head again, going through the next hole along the side. And from here, you have a little space from here from the first one. You're going to want to put it through there, pull it tight, and down like so. So that's how that first one should look like. So you came in through here, this is the first one. You wrapped it around from the front, you came through to the back, you came in through this hole then, came around from the front, and then when you come through, you're going to want to take it through this little loop that you made from the first string, the first hole coming down to the second. And you'll repeat that all the way down, making sure you hit every triangle here on the edge. That's part of the 10 diamonds across. So I have the sidewalls in now. I'll show you how I did these again. So again, I started up here in that first hole, came through the front end, wrapped around from the back, came in through this hole, took it through the diamond hole. Once I was through that diamond hole, this little loop that I made coming down from the first hole to the second hole, I went through there, and I came all the way down to the bottom, repeating until I got to the end. And I did that on both ends. So there's what the final product looks like when it's all strung in, with the two sidewalls and the cross lace at the top. Now it's time to put in the bottom wall. That's what makes sure the ball doesn't come out when you're cradling it around. A lot of people like doing all sorts of crazy things with it. I just like going in once, putting it through a few holes, and coming down once, so it just makes a little U. At the bottom of your string, I usually count 2 over and then leave 2 at the end. And wrap it around like so. You want a big enough bottom wall so that the pocket's nice and big, but you don't want it too big because you want to make sure your stick is legal. So that bottom looks something like that. I wrapped it in. You can see looks something like that. Now start building your pocket, working it in. If you have a ball or a pocket pounder, work that in. I like going here from now, putting it on a stick, putting the ball in, and start throwing with it. You will be able to throw with it. You don't need shooting laces to throw the ball. By throwing with it, you're going to create your pocket, and your laces will just go in and help guide that ball come out then. So now you're ready to put in your shooting laces. The very first one I like putting in is in a nylon. Counting from the top, I usually count down 1 or 2. I'm leaving a little space up here so it's not hitting and then hitting the lip or the head right here, the plastic. So counting down 2, put your lace in on the edge here. A lot of people just like weave it together. If you're new at stringing, I suggest just taking the one end and going through the diamonds and making one straight line through there. And then secondly going in, weaving in and out. So you weave in and out, and you have this string, and you're going to go weaving in and out, and you're going to make sure you cover up the part of the mesh on the front and back end that's not covered up. Working with this, Shooting strings, like I said earlier, you actually do not need them. It's something that just helps guide it. A lot of players are real good with how they make their pocket and whatnot. And the shooting strings can add a little width to the ball, some oomph to the ball for you. So I'm here at the end. Make sure you tie your strings, a nice secure knot, and the top lace will look something like that going across. And then I'll do the same thing coming down one, skipping a line of diamonds, and do the same thing now with a cross lace, a shoestring. So I've got the shooting string in now with the lace, going the same thing right across. That's what it looks like in the back. And that's my final product for you guys. That's really, I only like 2 shooting strings. It's all personal preference. If you feel like you need to add another one in, go ahead and add another one in. NCAA rules allow you just to go 3 across, so that's all you're allowed. So that's the final product. If you guys have any questions, my email's at the bottom, and if you need more clarification on how to shrink things, there's thousands of different YouTube videos out there from different companies, different guys, different players that can clear anything up for you guys.